Hello everyone, in this lesson, let's continue with President Xi Jinping's thought on ecological civilization. Let's focus on global ecological conservation requires the joint efforts of all. Exactly 50 years ago in Stockholm, when the Swedish government received a Chinese delegation participating in the first United Nations Conference on the Human Environment, neither side realized the significance of this event would go far beyond. China has made contributions to global environmental governance. It has pushed for progress in implementing the Paris Agreement and the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. It also strives for the Green Belt and Road Initiative and is deeply involved in the global environmental governance. China has shown itself willing to act to address this planetary crisis and is a convincing contributor based not only on what it has learned and practiced in the past 50 years, but also on the green pathway the country has pioneered for itself toward mid-century. While much of the world has seen a rise in pollution in recent years, global pollution has decreased due largely to China's impact since 2013. Without China's significant decline in pollution, global average pollution would have increased in that time. Human and nature coexist in nature, and protection and development bring out the best in each other. China's ecological progress has been widely recognized by the international society. For example, the Three North Shelter Forest Program was designated as the demonstration area of ecological economy by the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. Builders of Saihan Dam Forest Farm and Zhejiang's Green Rural Revival Program received the Champions of the Earth Awards, the UN's highest environmental honor. The concept of green development and ecological civilization has been written into the UN documents. Through hosting the COP15, China has strengthened its entire ecological governance, and it has now pledged to plant and cultivate 70 billion trees by 2030. Satellite shows that 1/4 of the world's new green areas come from China. China has established more than 11.8 thousand natural reserves, accounting for 18% of national lands and 4.6% of Chinese territorial waters. Among them, the number of the world natural heritages and geological parks is at the top. From Sanjiangyuan National Nature Reserve to Qilian Mountains, and from Shenongjia Nature Reserve to Mount Wuyi, 10 220,000 square kilometer pilot national park systems are being promoted, covering diversified ecological environment and rare species. With China's influence increasingly felt in the global arena, China does not hesitate to supply green goods to the global society and shoulder its differentiated responsibilities. One groundbreaking effort of this is China's announcement of stopping building coal-fired power plants in Belt and Road countries and endeavoring to help other countries build green and low-carbon energy systems. China has signed up the Memorandum of Understanding of Vientiane's successor, Low-Carbon Demonstration Zone, with Laos. It has sent low-carbon goods such as solar LED street lamps, new energy vehicles, and environmental monitoring equipment. The country has signed the Memorandum of Understanding with Botswana, providing application system for mobile reception and processing of meteorological satellite data to benefit the society in weather, disaster reduction, agriculture, and environmental protection. China-Africa Environmental Cooperation Center has been initiated, focusing on the flagship projects such as China-Africa Green Envoys Program and the China-Africa Green Innovation Program. UN Under-Secretary General even said, "It is inspiring to see more China's commitments on multilateralism." As a good participant and a contributor to the global sustainability agenda, it is now the time for China to be more active and become a torchbearer in the global green agenda. With a production capacity of 80% of global solar PVs and 70% of the global battery production, China should no doubt uphold the global drive toward green and low-carbon energy. During the 14th five-year plan period, China will provide more opportunities to the international society and embrace partners worldwide. Our first joint venture offshore wind power project in Dongtai, Jiangsu Province, was established. It is expected to meet the annual electricity demand of nearly 2 million residents. Through cooperation with the European Union and the United States, China has established the world's largest carbon emissions trading system, which now covers the power sector, representing more than 40% of national carbon dioxide emissions. In Luxembourg Stock Exchange, some green stocks issued by China's financial institutions are listed, earning $1 billion for the development of national green projects. Robert Scharf, CEO of Luxembourg Stock Exchange, said, "Jointly building the Belt and Road will attract more investment and promote cross-border capital flows." Luxembourg-China cooperation is driving the development of the world's green and sustainable financial market. What the world does this decade will dictate whether the global goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 Celsius and thus avoid the worst impacts is within reach. The world needs China to take a lead role in delivering on that promise. One way China can do that is through a modernization vision for a beautiful China by 2035. It links ambitious climate targets with economic and social development goals, while aligning global partners on comparable targets within the same time frame. Thank you very much for your listening.